So today I thought I'd do another video on some of the things that I like to collect. But I wanted to show you guys some different stuff. This is dealing with money. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to show you what money used to look like and what money looks like today. Let me get a penny out of here. So as we all know, that is a penny. I don't know if you can see the date on that, but that is from 2012. It's a common penny with a little shield on the back there. But in 1833, now this is a scale system, so you can kind of see that that's a 1-inch scale, so that's an actual penny size. But the reason I brought that up is because, check this out. In 1833, this is one of my oldest American coins, that's how big the pennies used to be. Is that crazy or what? How things have changed over the years and decades and whatnot. But it's an old coin. It's in really rough shape. It's been around for a long time. And this was something that my grandfather had when he passed away. Was in his, I guess, jar o' coins. But that's how the penny used to be, which is pretty close to the size of a quarter. Actually, it's larger than a quarter. So it's kind of interesting to see how things have changed over the years. Now, I've got a bunch of old pennies and whatnot from the early years of World War II. Like, I think my oldest penny in that era is like 30, and then it goes all the way through the 40s. I do not have one of the expensive pennies, which is always nice to try to find, but I don't have one of the copper-coated metal coins from 43. Excuse me, shaking around here a bit. So I thought I'd do something kind of cool. Like, here's what a dime looked like back in 1947. I believe it's called the Mercury Head. And it has the little axe. What do I call it? The axe on there. I'm not sure exactly. I'm not a coin expert, so I don't know the terms for that. However, there it is. And then this was with part of my grandfather's stuff as well. And then these are very similar to modern dimes, which I've put here. The only difference is, well, first off, you can see that these are a dollar, more dull. But these are newer. However, these are silver. These are when coins are made out of silver, no copper. Modern dimes have the copper. So you have this nickel plating over this copper type material. I don't know if it's what it is, but it looks copperish to me. You know, when you look at it, it looks like it's a copper nickel mix. But these here are actually, even the old one there, they are all, hard to do this with one hand. They're all silver. There's no copper in them. And these are all ranging, I think this one here is so worn I can barely see the date on it. It looks like 1947. This one here is from 64. This one here is from 64. So, kind of neat how coins have changed. This one is silver as well. Here is what nickels looked like in 1910. Let me turn that a little bit better so you can see it there, from 1910. Of course, today's nickels, we all know what they look like, but this too is all solid, just like the nickels are today. But it's kind of cool just to see how old and how different they were. It's the same size as a modern nickel. Let's see if I can find a modern nickel here in my jar of old coins. There we go. Here's a modern nickel. So you can see that they're the same size. Kind of cool though. Other thing I wanted to look at was what a lot of people think as one of the worst mistakes in the American minting system. And I have to agree that it is a mistake, not because of who's on it or, you know, the artwork. The artwork is phenomenal. Here's the eagle on the moon, which is nice and cool. I love the hexagonal type pattern. Well, it's a multi 10-sided hexagonal pattern, but this is the Susan B. Anthony dollar. What made this coin such a bummer for us here is that it was very similar to the size of the quarter. Oops. Major oops. This is a modern quarter. This is from 2013. Oh, interesting. It has the Mount Rushmore picture on there. Kind of cool. But very similar in size. And a lot of people, and even myself had done it, passed these off as a quarter. Oh, is that 50 cents? Sure. There you go, 50 cents. People pick it up and they throw it in the 50-cent drawer. Well, I just lost 75 cents because they're the same size. And the reason why it was such a big issue is because before these were printed, this is what a silver dollar looked like. So if you look at that there, you can see huge, way small quarter. So if you take this out of the picture and you reached into your pocket, you could tell that this was a dollar and this was a quarter. This thing is monstrous thick compared to the quarter. I mean, there you go. Huge. Same pattern, artwork as the Susan B. Anthony. I guess they thought, well, people would catch that. But it's diameter. Diameter is what ruined the Susan B. Anthony. And it's very rare and hard to find these things, even in circulation these days. I think they might have pulled them all out. This is the only one I have. That's how hard they are to find. Now this silver dollar is from 1971. But you can see how, oops, we made a mistake on this one compared to the size of that next to the quarter. Crazy, huh? Some of the stuff. Now, 50-cent pieces. Here's a 50-cent piece. I'll bring out the new quarter and the $1 bill in coin form. So you can see that, yep, that is a 50-cent piece. Now, these were probably back in the day more a common coin to carry than they are nowadays. Sometimes I've had it where I've used one of these or I've used one of these to pay for something, and the cashier will look at it and go like, what is that? Well, it's $1. Oh, that's a 50-cent piece. What? Because they're not circulated as much. But even then, you can see that it is still a bit thicker. It's a lot heavier than the quarter. You know, it's not as big as the dollar. But, you know, you can stack them there really nice in a little pyramid form. But 50-cent piece right there, which is probably another coin you don't see very much of. Now, the thing that makes this one unique versus out of all the others that I have is that, well, like this one here on top is from 1982, where my thumb is at. You can probably see that right there, 1982. Notice, again, the nickel and copper markings. However, when I found this one, which is 1969, lo and behold, I'm going to stack it on top. What? When I found that, I was like, are you kidding me? This is what they call the silver 50-cent piece. I don't know if there's any special markings on them versus the others. It doesn't look to be any different. Of course, once again, I am not a coin expert. I just collect them for fun as part of my hobbies, which this channel is all about, as you guys know. But look at the difference. And if I could do it, I don't know if you're going to hear the difference. Here's the first one. That's the copper. Here's the silver one. Hear the difference in sound? These are a lot lighter than this, which is kind of interesting. But just wanted to share some unique things that I do for my hobbies, and that is collecting coins. I have some foreign coins, but I need to find out and go through them real quick to find out which one my oldest one is. So I'll probably do another video on that down the road. But yeah, US coins, how they looked back then, and how they look today. Hey, thanks guys for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Talk to you later. Bye.